Hi there, Filippo here. Welcome back to the channel where I, as a creative designer from Germany, I go through designs, I give some feedback, I work on marketing as well, and I try to improve, make the world a prettier place. That is my vision, that is my, my mission. All right, so today we got a review coming in. It's from a website called Dunsland.de. Well, they sell personalized stuff, as you can see here. And I thought I'm gonna record my reaction. Basically first reaction, I just took a look at the homepage and see what they could do better, because I see lots of things that can be significantly improved. And by doing so, you have more chances for more conversion and better UX design and better UX experience, obviously. So yeah. All right. So the homepage, as you can see, there is a hero banner and there's only a collection below it. So I don't need to tell you that this is insufficient, especially when it comes to custom-made products. You really want to try to tell a story, to create a bond between yourself and the product and the story you're telling to the customers. So a homepage like this would ideally consist of at least 4 to 5 sections, and that's conservatively speaking. So yeah, okay, so that's point number one, and now I'm gonna go through the various sections and areas. All right, so let's start with the header. Obviously, so they say Lieferfrist circa 15 Tage, so meaning shipping in more or less 5 to 10 days. But where's information on shipping costs, for example? So if it's free, it should be mentioned here. If it is not free, then maybe, or at least we can offer a free version of it, like with a condition. For example, purchases above 100 euros are free of charge in terms of delivery here in Germany. So something to reframe this entire very neutral statement, So if you're shipping information, because so kind of be more transparent, right? All right, so we got the classic. This is the Dawn theme from Shopify, and unfortunately, there hasn't been much done here in terms of design or CRO, so conversion rate optimization. For example, we can start with the point start. That's superfluous. So it is expected that just clicking on the logo is going to lead you back to the homepage. So that's ingrained in internet behavior these days. So this is just superfluous. It takes up and meaninglessly takes up space. So yeah, logo should be linked to the HP, to the homepage, right? So cool. I think it's a little too tight as well, like the container is a little, but then we're getting a little bit too much into subjective design preferences, so I'm gonna skip that. Let's see what happens. So we got a simple drop-down menu here, another one here, unless which is occasions, and about us. Let's check the about us page first. I'm always interested in reading about the story behind. So all right, so we got a face, which is nice. The picture is pixelated, so please, for the love of God, change that. Change that. So I'm just gonna write that down. All right, so pixelated the picture plus there's a weird drop shadow for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Let me see. Okay, so blah 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 blah. I'm just reading quickly through skimming over the content. Okay, all right. So it appears to be a personal story, which is nice, which goes hand in hand with the personality or personal bonding that could be allowed or could be made possible by this type of product. So this, I don't know, just feels out of context. I'm not sure why. So what purpose does the video serve? I don't see why it's here. It's a 5-second video as well. You should be rather trying to focus a little bit more on the storytelling, especially if you're showing your face. So how can you bridge the gap between your personal story and the story of other people who are looking to buy your products or interested in your brand, or to make them interested in your brand naturally? All right, so let's just take a quick peek at the drop-down menus to see if they work, because I've seen it a lot that links just don't work. All right. Uh-huh. Okay, let's go back quickly to the homepage again. Let's finalize it. Okay, so first reaction, what do you think? What do you think? Do you know exactly what is being sold here? Do you know exactly how the product looks like in real? Is it properly legible? Where is the hero title? Where is the hero description? Why is it so large? Why is it so tall? So many questions here. I'm just gonna write down a couple of those before I forget. Um, so first of all, legibility. All right. But then I don't mean the text on the overlay text, but I mean the product text, because it is. It's a product which contains messaging, and so it appears to be a central part of this product, so we should be able to see it without hindrance, without obstacles. So legibility first of the text, right, on the product, and because of the overlay, it's made a little tougher to read, especially on mobile. That's going to be a challenge. Number two, so why is this so tall? Why so tall? It's unnecessary. It's just taking up the whole screen. I am a big fan of tall images and full size images, but they have to serve a purpose, and they should be laid out in a way that makes sense as well, and doesn't get in the way, and it doesn't take up space unnecessarily. So everything has to serve some type of purpose, and the user should feel what it is, should try to perceive what it is. They don't get it consciously sometimes, or quite often, but this is our subliminal messaging that we're trying to transmit here, and so we have to pay attention to those details. So why so tall? Very important, very crucial. What exactly is being sold? What is the product? This product, I couldn't tell if I was visiting the webpage and I only saw this first. I couldn't tell you exactly what the product is. More, in addition to the heading is missing, subtitle is missing, and potential short description. That is not always necessary. Subtitle, Jesus. As well. Okay. The heading should always, or should in most cases, be a full phrase, full sentence. So, for example, instead of gifts or mama gifts or personalized gifts, you say like gifts that touch your heart. For example, right? That sounds very kitsch. What I just said, I understand, but in general, you get the idea, right? You should be able to make a statement about your product, your brand, and the messaging behind it, and how it appeals to the customer, and the subtitle should support that statement. Additionally, we have this button here that is just the standard, to generate. So basically, nothing has been done in terms of design, or very little effort has been put into this. So I'm really curious to see what their numbers are, and how much they could actually improve their store to become more profitable. Like it's insane. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's go down. As I mentioned, there is a collection here. But yeah, okay. So first point of critique. Let me bring out my designer opinion. So the typography. First of all, this typography is the standard one from the Dawn theme, which means there is basically no differentiation here. So differentiation. Like, it is entirely possible that this font actually fits the brand, but because it is a standard font, I think it's a system font. It's not like a Poppins or the classic ones, but it's a system font, which is good for loading times, but terrible for personalization. The font is so undervalued. It's horribly undervalued. By the way, I'm working on my phone calculator, a Magic Phone calculator. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to take a peek and perhaps support me. By the way, don't forget to subscribe and like. It would be very much appreciated. All right, so no differentiation. Color. like same color gets in the way of hierarchy, of potential hierarchy. Um, in non-designer terms, language, there will be importance, you know. So, for example, some elements are more important than others, and here, for instance, the description could be in a different color to contrast with the price, or the price could be larger. Um, or they could use different colors instead of just, you know, keeping it at the very same one, you know. So okay, like it's the intent of the products, I get it, but you know, all right, all right. So yeah, that's basically it. So as I mentioned, we should have USPs and ESPs. We should have a brand story, we should have reviews, testimonials, highlights, bestseller, product collection, store overview, SEO text, headings, and so this is missing pretty much everything. So that's my biggest takeaway here, you know, and my biggest point of critique. It's very difficult to just criticize single points when everything is missing. Okay, let's go a little further. Then I'm gonna finish this because, as I said, it's difficult. All right, so they say it's strange because they say they are a Dutch, not Dutch, a Danish company. But when we were reading through the About Us page, there was one person behind it. So we are, you know, I hate it when they do that. If it's not a team, own it. Own it. Personal branding, man. I had to learn that too, the hard way. Also, we have, there's a mention here of Trustpilot, but, okay, first of all, on the Solitude, I'm gonna be just very depressing here. Solitude, oh my god. Then the Trustpilot, so TP, link is uh, I don't understand why it's done this way. Trustpilot has a known branding. They have a color, they have established colors, fonts, and badges, which is what people recognize. So this is gonna go under quite quickly. Is not according to their branding. So risk of being overseen, like completing. Let's see what happens. If I click on it, Trustpilot. Okay, all right. At least the link is working, but as I said, same with Trusted Shops. That is working at least, you know, but they got a no branding, and so it's kind of weird. Let's check out the social media if it's working properly. Nope. Okay, cool. Might be my program though. Here, maybe here. Instagram also not available. Let's try to go via the live page because I'm using the review to markup. Sometimes there are issues with the links. So if I go through the via the live page, okay, appears to exist at least, which is cool. And Instagram, okay, at least it works. All right. Let's go back to the review tool. There you go, markup. All right. Yeah. I mean, it's really. Right. So the product page. I think we're gonna delve deeper to the product page some other time. There's so much to talk about here, but a quick overview. So once again, you got this uh, monotone tint going on here for everything, and it's really counterproductive when it comes to, you know, like differentiation. So the same time everywhere is counterproductive to differentiation. And USPs. USPs. Okay, we got that. Also, okay, maybe let's just do a little. let me do a little bit more. All right, so here, inklusive Steuern, that means including taxes, but in Germany, which is where the store is located, you have to include a certain, a specific term. You call it inklusive Mehrwertsteuer, which is the VAT, value added tax. So it's obligatory to include that. So this text is at risk of being Upmont. That means sort of like getting sued, by a competitor because of competition laws, competition guidelines. So yeah, it's a risk, and people love doing that here in Germany. Some of my clients have lost 4,000, 4K on something like this, so it's crazy. All right, so we got the personalization here. So you are able to upload a picture or something. Okay, so but upload does not offer live view. I had checked this before. Excuse me, I did check this before, and now I remember. So if I choose any file from my whatever here, all right, okay, so we were able to upload it, but we don't have a preview, and that's really really bad for conversions, So absolutely horrible for conversions. People want to see how it looks like at the end. They do, and this is all right. And then descriptions are way too long, way too long. It's like, look at this. And description is too long. Not only that, but the format is not pleasant, or it's not conducive for further reading. And by that I mean like clearly structured paragraphs with some type of variation, be it spacing lines or separators or different colors or hierarchies or elements or bullet points. And even the first and second ranking kind of stuff here, it's in a column, which I don't understand. It should be in a row. Like it just takes up even more space. What happens here? Okay, this takes me to another product in the middle of the description for whatever reason. That's also conversion killer. Here, the formatting layout is weird. The share button, by the way, is also a conversion killer. People basically don't use that. So in 99% of the cases, you're better off without it. So better off without it. Okay. Yeah. Let me check the legal text quickly. Let me see if I can spot something. Okay, so they are truly located in Denmark. Got it. All right. That protects them from some of those competition clauses here in Germany, but many of those are on an EU level, so you still have to be careful. Okay, cool. So you could do stuff like link the email here. I don't see the name of the girl here under imprint, so I don't understand it. You're kind of like in between the personal brand and a company, so I don't understand exactly. It seems to be the founder, but it, as I said, it stands in contrast with the presentation of the website. So sometimes it appears to be a company, sometimes it appears to be a personal brand. So that gets in the way of the consistency. That's not trustworthy. That doesn't help build trust. And yeah, I think I'm gonna stop this here because, as I said, it's sometimes rough to criticize stuff that is missing so much. So yeah, I hope so far it's been helpful. Maybe sorry, what was your name again? Let me just check quickly. Malene. Yeah, maybe Malene, you see this, maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't, but I hope it does, and if it doesn't help you, then at least it helps part of my audience to understand how ecom works better with a review like this, and how you can improve your own webshop, or as a designer, as a UX product designer, how you can work on other projects as well. So yeah, hit the like button, hit subscribe. That would be very appreciated. Aesthetics rock once again, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.